How's it going, everybody? I am DeanoGTO, and today we're looking at the 112 versus the WZ-111. Just going to quickly list off the things that are similar between these vehicles at the very start. Both are Chinese period heavy tank premiums with preferential matchmaking. Both have 122mm guns. Both have very tough turrets, aside from the weak points on top, of course. And both have surprisingly large, side profiles. They're actually a lot longer than people really expect. Now, this is actually something that I've noticed actually catches people out from time to time. There's somebody who will be trying to move into cover, and they'll expose the rear drive wheel at an angle like this, and then you'll just be able to sneak a shot straight into the side armor by doing that, or by just putting a shot like here. So it is something that actually catches people out, just the length of these vehicles, because they actually feel surprisingly mobile, and it kind of makes people think that they're kind of just low mediums. So you do have to remember that these tanks are heavies and they are pretty big size-wise. Now, the other thing, I think I mentioned this already, both of them have 122mm guns, which are both relatively inaccurate and relatively inconsistent. But the WZ-111, in theory, is supposed to have the superior gun handling. It has a very slightly better rate of fire, and when I say very slightly, I mean it's less than a tenth of a second difference in the reload speed. The WZ-111 sacrifices 1 degree of gun depression for slightly better gun elevation, which is not really a good trade in my opinion, because elevation doesn't really come into play that often. When it comes to the aiming time, yes, the WZ-111 is better aiming time and accuracy wise, and does have a very slightly better DPM. But, well, the difference is only 0.17 here and 0.02 here. And also, this is why you can't trust these numbers particularly well. For some reason, the game thinks that the WZ-111 has better sidearm, or has better overall armor and survivability than the 112, which is completely just wrong. Because the 112 armor-wise, both of them have very similar turrets. Both of them have, they're very similar looking and they're very similar shaped. Both of them have 2 cupolas on top, which can be exploded. So that's clear about both vehicles. But when it comes to their hull armor, this thing has a pike nose hull armor in comparison to this thing's just flat upper front plate armor. This is actually a significant advantage to the 112, because technically in the WZ-111 you want to be driving around with the pike nose pointed directly at whatever enemy you're facing off against. Now, technically this vehicle is better for people who don't really want to have to angle the armor, but the effectiveness of the armor in the 112 is always going to feel better, because you can actually angle the armor in this thing at about 20-30 degrees and just improve it yourself by angling the tank. Whereas the best thickness can get on this thing here is, well, this angle here. And it's about 200, 210 effective armor, whereas this thing here is vastly superior to that when it comes to just raw frontal armor angling. And when it comes to the angling on this tank, the lower front plate benefits massively from the angling you can do in this tank. Whereas the WZ-111, the tank which has the weaker lower front plate at 120mm rather than 140, like the 112, this thing can't angle like the 112. So the 112 has the stronger armor thickness on the lower front plate, and it can also angle to make it even stronger. The armor and the survivability of this tank is far superior, and we haven't even got to another important point. I did not mean to do that. The upper side armor on both tanks is 120mm, so this area up here with a bit of spaced armor on it, so there and there. That's 120mm on both tanks. But crucially, on WZ-111, it's 80mm down here, where the tracks are. The tracks do act as a bit of spaced armor, which does improve it. But on the 112, this area down here, aside from the very, very bottom where it's 80, this is 100mm. That's the same side armor as a Lova. And this tank is substantially quicker than a Lova, and I believe has quite significantly better DPM than the Lova. So, yeah, this tank just seems like the far superior package. And when you take into account this thing's worth 10,500 gold base, that's without any discounts. This thing's worth 10,500 gold. Look at the WZ-111 in comparison. Bear in mind, you can only buy this thing from a shop, or not from a shop. You can only buy this thing from the premium shop. So pretty much this means that there'll always be another 300 gold added on top of this thing. So the effective price of this tank is 12,550 gold. So this thing here is technically about is 2,000 gold more than this thing, like just in terms of like the base cost, and is I think nearly 3,000 gold more expensive whenever you take into discounts. Whenever you take into account discounts that you can get on the 112. Because this tank is a tech tree premium, it means that if premium tanks go on a 15% discount, or if you want to trade in, like the trade-in event that's going on right now, that means this tank here, its gold price changes from being, actually worked this out around to check. It goes from being 10,500 to being about 8,900. It's a significant difference. It's a really, really significant difference. So this thing here, value for money wise, is just far superior to the WZ-111. Okay, so we're back with the gameplay here now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not used to having an SSD drive. I'm really finding it hard to actually get used to how quickly this game actually loads up now, because it loads up when the battle counter is at 45 seconds. I'm never going to get used to that. Well, I feel like I'm never going to get used to it, but I'll get used to it eventually. But it's still so bizarre just to see how quickly an SSD makes things load. It's incredible. It really is. But yeah, we're on Ruinberg. This is a pretty favorable map for this tank, I'm not going to lie. So let's try and make the most of this here. Now, we'll admit that the STRVS-1 and the Lover are definitely going to be difficult to actually deal with, but the STRVS-1 at least is very likely to actually stay over here. But the Lova, it's kind of hard to predict, because some Lova players like to play them passively, and some of them like to play very aggressively, kind of like me. Well, I don't play ultra aggressive in the Lova. I play sort of like a support role, like whenever I'm bottom tier, but whenever I'm top tier, I would just be like, I'd be laughing to myself right now here if I was top tier in the Lova, because Lova is just so much fun when it's top tier, because you just have no worries about not penetrating anything. Like, you just pen everything that you look at pretty much, and you just laugh. Just laugh at like everything you're just able to destroy with such ease. So, let's see. So here I'm just trying to get in a position where I can get some free shots off like that. And by the way, that's something I've been trying to do more recently. I've been trying to just go for shots on critical zones on tanks, because if you go for critical zones, then you might actually get module damage, and you might actually get like engine fires at balls. I was really looking to get rid of that KV-5. Probably going to have to use a KT run on him later, just in order to get rid of him if he's side scraping, because I don't think that heavy tank number 6 would be in a position to actually finish him off there. So the WZ-131 was in the cap circle for a second, which makes me think he may have crossed over the gap. So where exactly could he be? He's probably over here somewhere. If he is, that's not great, like. I feel like he... oh, no, never mind. I guess he drove into the cap circle to drive over there. I would have expected him to come over to this side just to try and, like, find opportunities, but he didn't. That's an interesting choice. Let's see. So the Love... oh, wow. The Love actually did come this direction. Okay, that's good to know. He's been taking his time, though, clearly. So, will the Lava go round to this road or come down here? I feel like he's probably going to come down this road here. But the problem with doing that there is he probably knows that there's a bunch of tanks here. Right, no, yep. I was going to say, he probably knows there's a bunch of tanks just sitting there just waiting to get shots into him if he tries that. And, yeah. Yeah, he's not stupid, he's not going to do something as dumb as that. And yeah, I thought I was getting blocked by a post or something there, so I just can't fire any... what? Oh, T-43 pinned me there. I was really confused there. I was like, what the hell pinned me? I wouldn't have expected the 131 to pin me there. I feel like I should be able to see him, but apparently not. That's weird. I don't see any building in the... weird. I didn't think there was any building in the way there, but I guess not. I guess, oh, you know what, he's in that, like, right, I see where he's at now. He's in that zone of like bombed out buildings where you can kind of shoot through the holes in the buildings. Yeah, this guy's trying to like get a shot from me here. He's side scraping, then I can still pin his turret. Like that. That's the advantage just knowing about tanks just in general. Like that tank there, if that had been the SD version of the T44 or T43, that wouldn't have panned. But with the HD version, that was pretty much a guaranteed penetration. Because the HD version doesn't have that just ridiculously, like, just troll kill mantler anymore. It's substantially less. Was that low Fahrenheit? Okay, that's a new one. Low Fahrenheit HE rounds. That's an interesting one. I wonder if that's going to be the meta. Yeah, this guy might be new. You know what? I'm going to go for you first because I love this Fahrenheit HE rounds and he's not really a big threat. Whereas you are actually going to be annoying. Yep, called it. He's still Fahrenheit HE rounds. I wonder if this guy just forgot to change the ammo loadout when I reloaded in. Interesting. So, let's head over towards where the artillery is. Let's see if we can actually get this mission done as well. That would actually be handy. Artillery is over there where the MX-12T is. There's another artillery over there. All the enemy tanks are spotted at the moment, so might get some extra damage, but not sure how likely it is. If I can rush around this corner and help this 12T out, then I would happily take the kill on the M12, but I feel like the M44 killed himself. Of course. Artillery drivers, everybody. Artillery drivers. They're great. And yeah, can engine the kill a bit there, but yeah, mission completed. 3,033 damage. Oh, and by the way, and I don't think I ever mentioned this here in the previous video. Actually, no, I just did yesterday. Of course, I didn't mention it in the previous video. I finished the Excalibur missions. That took way longer than expected. Missions, do you see, like, doing some of those missions for the Excalibur took forever. It took so long, it was insane. And yeah, now I'm just firing through some of the lower level missions for the for what you call it, the Chimera, and a lot of them are pretty easy to do. Like they're really quick and easy after trying to do like the higher level missions in the Excalibur. So it feels weird to be completing them relatively quickly again. Oh yeah, this is going to be one of those ones where I need like a tier 7 or something. So yeah, I'll probably come back to that one there later. Okay, so I don't just want to show you a game where I just got lucky and came up against the Lova, which was Fahrenheit HE rounds. I want to just kind of give you an idea of like what this thing does whenever it's not top tier. Like if it's an equal tier game, I'll be happy with that as well. But I prefer to get a tier 9 game here. Oh yeah, cool. That actually suits me perfectly. So not the greatest map in the world for this tank, but at least it's not a top tier game this time. So I'll actually be able to show you what this thing does whenever, well, it's not favorable when it's not favorable matchmaking for the tank. So let's see, we have an E75, T10, and Type 4. We definitely have the. I was about to say we have the heavier armor. I think we have the better armor. Like the E75 is better than the Mojin, just in general, in my opinion. The Type 4 heavy depends on like what gun you're using. If you're using the 14cm, I actually think you'll probably be more effective than using the derp gun. When it comes to the T10 versus WZ-111, I tend to side with the T10. I think the T10 just in general is a better overall tank, but the WZ-111, I was about to call it 13cm gun, but that 130mm gun that it uses is pretty freaking potent. And if the T10 is not careful, he could get slammed by that gun and lose in a head-to-head fight due to that. So I would actually say this is actually a pretty balanced matchup, aside from the fact they have a T30 and we have a 432. That's one of the side effects of playing kind of late at night. I'm just trying to effectively kill time because there's a couple, like I'm trying to like stay up to a certain time, so like I'm not gonna like wake up like all hours in the morning. So let's see, let's try and go for a shot on you here. Nice, at least I got the damage there, but that 1390, I didn't really expect them to actually be sitting there already. I expected them to be kind of sitting like in that position to try and annoy the KV5. Usually that's what I do, like, I always like go to the position where you can shoot enemies that are not going to be looking at you, then come over here to annoy some of the different enemies. So it's interesting that guy chose to come over here first. Well, I guess it can't work. It can't caught me off guard, so it makes sense. I'm gonna let the E75 go in front of me, because there's no point in me getting in the road to this E75. I mean, it's an E75. Which one do you think, like, which tank would you prefer to have in that position? Me or an E75? E75 every single time. And that Lorraine 40T is very nearly dead, and it'd be very useful to have him dead actually. So if I can get forward here, I might be able. No, never mind. I think just finished the clip. That kind of sucks actually. Wow, the Type 4. Okay, why did that Type 9 let the Type 4 kill him? He had all the control in the situation. He had all the mobility. Well, he let the Type 4 kill him. That's a bizarre choice. Huh. Let's see. We might have an opportunity here. Never mind. I think Type 4. This is a weird game. A Type 4 heavy might go into the hill. That is. He could go up to the hill if he wants to. I don't think he's going to, but a Type 4 heavy is on the goddamn hill on mines. What is happening right now? I'm going to try and go for that 1390 because actually wait, see what? Why would you go down the hill? Such a weird choice. It's a really weird choice. I don't know why exactly you would want to do that. Wow, they have a lot of numbers here on this flank. I'm going to try and help out from here first because this position here, just in general, I honestly think is better than the position over there. Even when starting from the south spawn, because going over there, you get shot in the back all the time. The tank destroyers hiding up here. So that position there is just far superior to this position over here. This position over here is pretty crap in comparison, if I'm honest. It does have some advantages. It has a bunch of bushes in comparison to the other one. Not really. What the hell was I doing there? That was a bit of lag there because I was holding the S key and the car, or not the car, the tank kept going. That was very nearly a big mistake there. Wow, that's interesting. Did not think the fuel tank would be there on a Type 4 heavy. Interesting. We'll take note of that. But yeah, not from that angle. Type 4 heavy really couldn't bounce me. 186 pen. Not really gonna have too much of an issue with. I think it's 130, 140 millimeters of armor. I think it's 140 because I think it's 10 less than the Type 5 heavy. Right, so T30. And I'll shot towards him here. Wow, he's not using the top. Would I have died? No, wouldn't have died there if he was using the top gun. Jeez, that was pretty careless there. I will openly admit that. That was not the best move there. So I very nearly died there, honestly. So let's see. Balls. I was looking around, man. Didn't see. That was just me playing carelessly because it was late at night. Why do I, like, I was playing so nicely there for the most part, and then I started playing like a noob there at the end. But I have done a decent amount of damage here. I'm not going to sacrifice my tank and like do like a dumb cliff dive or something because there's no real need for me to do that. And all that's going to do is like mess with my XP score at the end. I would actually be pretty happy to ace this thing finally. Because it's been a vehicle which I've been struggling to ace for a while now, and it's been kind of annoying me, if I'm honest, because just like I'm so close to doing it so many times and then denied. So let's see, where is this 112? This enemy 112 going to head to? I could head around and try and deal with that Maujin, but let's see. Wow, D75 just died. I don't think I can come down from this hill without dying. Yeah, I don't think I can go down from that hill without dying. With 20 health? If it had 200 health, then maybe, but nah, I'm not gonna risk that. Kind of a crappy end, not really much happening at the end there, but yeah. I think, for the most part, that went pretty nicely. I mean, 4,200 damage, even though I played like a bit of a noob there, I acknowledge that me pulling out in front of that T30 was dumb. My intention to where that 112 was spotted was really dumb as well. Like that was, and still, this tank is a pain in the ass to actually ace. This tank is a genuine pain in the ass to ace. That's 4250 damage in a tier 9 game. And still, I really wonder what the XP requirement is. It's probably over 1400 or some shit. So, yeah. This tank here, I really do think it's a lot of fun to play. I get a lot of joy out of playing this thing just in general. It could be new tank syndrome, I will admit that, because in comparison to the WZ-111, like this thing here, I've played 430 games in. The 112 I've played 48 games in. But just in general, I have so much more fun playing the 112 in comparison to the WZ. After the WZ got buffed, I tried playing it, and I just didn't have much fun in it. But this thing here, after I bought it over Christmas when it was on sale, I have so much more fun in this thing than I ever did in the, well, not gonna lie, the WZ-111 when I first got it was amazing because no one knew how to fight it. But these days, the 112 is closer to what I remember the WZ-111 being like. Is probably the best way of describing it. Because this thing for years was crap, but after it was buffed, it's honestly just better than the 111 in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. Kind of a long one, kind of. I kind of felt like it was worth going in depth, just trying to show you what exactly this thing is like, and like how it can fight against, like, or well, how it compares against the WZ-111. And yeah, it's kind of a hard video to make, like considering I'm not used to recording, but I figured I might as well jump in at the deep end and try and do a harder video just to get myself like used to this sort of thing again. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.